This video is for Work Together Problem 14-2 on recording entries related to uncollectible accounts receivable. It is from our Century 21 Accounting Textbook, edition 10E by Gilbertson, Lehman, and Gentene. So credit to them for both this text and this problem. First part, it says page 15 of a general journal right here, and page 24 of a cash receipts journal, and selected ledger accounts, which there's your accounts receivable ledger and your general ledger are included. And journalize the following transactions completed during November and December of the current year. Post the transactions to the accounts receivable ledger when the transactions are recorded in the journals. So here's our transactions. First one is November 4th, and the account, let's see, wrote off Mellon Corp's past due account as uncollectible. $494, memorandum 145. So we know our document number, memorandum 145. Our accounts, we are going to debit allowance for uncollectible accounts, and we will credit accounts receivable Mellon Corp. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Perfect. We'll fill our posting reference in later, and the amount was $494. Second one, wrote off Home Co.'s past due account as uncollectible. So same thing, except for instead of Mellon Corp, it will be Home Co. and memorandum 147. And this one was on the 15th of November. And amount $1548. Okay. Now December 8th. Received cash in full payment of Mellon Corp's account, previously written off as uncollectible. So on, new month, December the 8th. Accounts receivable Mellon Corp. See, we credited before to X out that account, but now we're going to go ahead and open it again basically here with that amount of $494 again, and allowance for uncollectible accounts will be our credit. And this one is going to be memorandum 158. Okay, so next one, December the 14th. It says wrote off Fisher Industries past due account. So it's going to be the same as these first two entries. And we'll just change this to Fisher Industries. Okay. Memorandum 161. And the amount on this one is $1360. And the final, we didn't need to write December twice. And the last one is on December 16th. And we're going to receive cash in full payment of Horn Company's account. So we'll do accounts receivable and Horn Company, and then allowance for uncollectible accounts will be our credit. And that one is memorandum 169, 1548, You know what? I wrote the wrong account up here. Should be H-O-R-N-E, not H-O-M-E. Looks very similar. All right, so that should be it for our entries. And it says post them to the accounts receivable ledger when they're recorded in the journals. So we needed to post these into the accounts receivable ledger, because remember, we post these in multiple places for all of these. This one has a slash in it. There's 2 accounts. And this one, same thing. You post this one twice, this one twice, this one twice, this one twice. Because you go to both general ledger accounts receivable and to the accounts receivable ledger for the individual companies. So let's go ahead and post to these companies. And maybe I can change my view a little. There we go. So now the first one is Mellon Corp, $494 credit. So here's Mellon Corp, $494. And this one was on what day? The 4th. And the reference was G15, General Journal, page 15. And let's just try to get over a little bit. So our new balance is a debit minus this credit is 0. Okay, so that was account number 130. So we'll go ahead and put 130 right there. Next one was Horn Company on the 15th. And General Journal, page 15. And Horn Company was a credit for $15.48. And we'll just tab over. And it would be the debit balance minus this credit. Obviously it zeroed it out because we're saying we're not going to collect that one, so they don't owe any more there. And that was customer number 120, I believe. Yep. So we'll put that here because it is posted. Now we go back to Mellon Corp and we got $494 from them. So that was on December 8th. Somehow still on page 15. And our new balance is again $494 because we reopened it. And I'm going to finish these on pause because I believe you can use the same process to finish posting. Okay, so the other part of these entries was the cash receipts journal. So on December the 8th, when we received cash in full payment of Mellon Corp's account, we have to go ahead and add this into our cash receipts journal because we got cash. This opened back up that account and reversed the earlier entry for allowance for uncollectible accounts. This part actually shows the cash receipt. So our document number for this is receipt number 341. And our posting reference would be not done yet. We haven't posted this yet. Sorry. And then accounts receivable will be credited for that $494. Remember we did accounts receivable Mellon Corp, $494 accounts receivable credit, and a cash debit of $494. And then we can go ahead and post this right now. So December 8th, we opened the account here, and this is from CR Cash Receipts 24, page 24, and a credit of, for accounts receivable, of $494, and now a zero balance again. So this, for the credit history, we showed being opened back up and actually paid. So this was account 130, and we'll come over here and put that in the posting reference. And then the other one was on December 16th where they paid. So we'll go ahead and write 16th here, and it was to Horn Company. Receipt 349. And accounts receivable credit of 1548 and a cash debit. And we will go ahead and post that to Horn Company on the 16th. This was cash receipts journal, page 24, and a credit of 1548, zero balance left, and posted to account number 120. And the last thing we need to do is just go ahead and post the general journal entries to the general ledger. So every one of these in the general journal has to be posted separately. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Allowance for uncollectible accounts, $494 debit, November 4th. So November 4th, general journal, I already forgot what page, 13 I think, and it was a debit for $494. So that would subtract from the credit balance, minus that, and 1135 is that account number now that it's posted. And then we'll do accounts receivable Mellon Corp. And it is going to be a credit of $494 to accounts receivable. So still on the 4th, G13, a credit of $494, which reduces this debit balance. And this was account number 1130 for accounts receivable. So we just come over here and we enter that. And then that one is posted. So I'm going to use that same process of posting for the rest of this general journal, and then I will start with posting cash receipts. Okay, so general journal entries have all been posted. You can see the posting references here to those accounts. And that concludes number 2. Also, I was silly and it was actually page 15. So I fixed my G15s from 13s. And finally, the cash receipts journal. These were already posted. You can see we posted them to the accounts receivable ledger. We cannot post the accounts receivable credit and cash debit entries. I don't think we're ready to total and rule this journal yet, so that's not really a part of this assignment. So at this point, we are finished with Work Together 14-2, and hopefully you can handle on your own and the application problems on your own.